What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Monster Cave. So this is a triple IPA that comes in at 10.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 3.5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did. It contains all the goodies that they hooked me up with, and yeah, another triple IPA from Hop Butcher. Spoilers, most of their triple IPAs are delicious. This one is using Nelson Sauvin and Strata hops, which is an interesting combo. Like Strata is one of those hops that is usually used in conjunction with something else. I've never had just like a Strata only hop beer. And Nelson Sauvin, another one. Like sometimes you'll get single hop Nelson Sauvin beers, but I can't say I've had this combo before, so I'm pretty excited to see what this one's all about. Oh yeah, let me do the tasting notes real quick before I pour it. Citrus pulp, dank grains, and crisp white grapes. You know, it's Nelson. If you don't mention white grapes, I think you might have a problem on your hands just because everybody gets it, including myself. Oh, I was kind of trying to come out there a little bit, huh? Trying to surprise me. Okay, so we'll do that. You know, hashtag proper glassware, the whole nine. Blah, blah, blah. That tastes really sweet. All right, so that pours out a really deep, dark orange, almost borderlining on like a light red color. Very murky and turbid, about a half finger of this creamy looking cream colored head. Yeah, kind of looks like a triple IPA. Typically triple IPAs are a bit darker, and I would say this one is as well. Let's get nose. What? The fuck is that smell? It smells like there's actual fruits in here. Now, listen, when you review beers, you know, a lot of beer tubers, we use very similar tasting notes. Not, you know, all of us like use the same tasting notes, but like if you come to my reviews, you will hear a lot of similar tasting notes throughout the course of review, especially when it comes to hop forward beers, right? And when I say there's fruit in here, like shout out to a good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews. He said this before. These beers, when you drink them, they have the hop fruit like taste and character to them. It doesn't taste like you're actually drinking fruit. It just has the taste of fruit in the beer, in the hop. So it's different than actually eating actual fruit. This one, though, smells like this was actually brewed with fruit on the nose. Yeah, I mean, it totally does. Like passion fruit, oranges, guava, like this is like a fruit bowl, but like actual, like if I did this blind, I might think there's actual fruit in here. Then there's underlying like bready honey malt kind of character. They say dank green, sure. There's like an herbaceous dankness to this one, or an earthiness. What the fuck does that smell like though? Is that like honeydew melon? You know what fucking is? It's cantaloupe. And I very rarely ever use cantaloupe because, spoilers, I don't really like cantaloupe. If you're going to give me melons, watermelon, honeydew. Cantaloupe, not my favorite. Cantaloupe in here. That's why I couldn't put my nose on it because I don't need a lot of cantaloupe because I'm not a fan. Yeah, it smells like fucking cantaloupe. That's what it smells like. Yeah, like rich, creamy cantaloupe. Like you're just fucking spooning it out of the actual, just with a spoon. You're just going to town on cantaloupe. That's what it smells like. Yeah, it smells good, but as I said, I don't like cantaloupe, but it doesn't smell like, it's not off-putting to me. It's just not my favorite fruit, so when I smell it, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. I'm not getting white grapes. I'll say that much. And thanks again to Hop Butcher for this one. Yeah, I'm getting fucking cantaloupe. This is a weird fucking beer, dude. Citrus pulp and dank greens, crisp white grapes. I get cantaloupe. How many times can I say cantaloupe? Maybe, I don't know, 46. 46 times. Body mouthfeel are fucking bonkers on this beer. The body's like higher side of medium, lower side of full. Typical for their triple IPAs. It's big enough to say, hey, this is triple IPA, but it stops it from being like too thick and syrupy from a hop forward beer that I don't want. Yeah, I don't want a fucking thick and chewy 10.5% triple IPA. I want something that has some heft behind it, but you know, reserved in some ways. And I think when it comes to their mouthfeels, their triple IPAs, absolutely fantastic. Soft, yeah. Smooth, yeah. Creamy, definitely. Pillowy, just like their mouthfeels are phenomenal for the triple IPAs. The taste, fucking cantaloupe. Said it again, cantaloupe. Right at the forefront, creamy, cantaloupe. And that is an omnipresent, predominant note on my palate. And let me just say, I don't hate it. I'm not a fan of cantaloupe. So it's not something like if I could, let's say this, I can eat cantaloupe, but I prefer not to. There's underlying malt sweetness, honey malt, a little bit of bready, but mostly honey. Midway through the palate, a zesty, they say citrus pulp, sure. Orange, tangerine, tangelo. It's like the rind. There's a little pulpy sensation there as well. On the back of the finish is mild to moderately bitter, but closer to, I'd say, moderate bitterness than mild. Semi-dry, no real alcohol stringency on the palate, little warming in the chest. I'd guess, like, based on the body and everything, I'd probably guess like 8 to 9%. But alcohol alone, I couldn't tell you this is bigger than their 7.5% double IPAs. I've gotten more alcohol in a couple of those than the triples typically. One more second. I'll say this. If that cantaloupe was more of a honeydew melon, this would be up here with a Digital Frontier. It'd be totally up there with a Digital Frontier as my favorite triple IPA for them. Body and mouthfeel, spectacular. It has a proper bitterness. The fucking underlying citrus is great. That earthy, they say dang greens, but I'm getting more of like an herbaceous earthiness on the finish, underlying. That's awesome. I like the creamy cantaloupe like sensation, but if that was a honeydew flavor as opposed to cantaloupe, this would be like 4.5 out of 5, maybe 4.6 out of 5. It would be up there. The fact that I don't really care for cantaloupe, not my favorite. It can't get. It's a shame doing this because I gotta watch reviews from some other beer tubers and friends of mine because I want to see what they said about this one. I can't picture anyone probably getting cantaloupe outside of me because I almost never get that tasting note. I'm getting it here. The white grapes, I'm not getting any fucking white grapes. Maybe a little grapey, like white grape sensation on the finish. But for me, it's cantaloupe. Maybe my fucking palate's broken. I mean, it's shitty as is, but maybe it's just completely shattered into a million pieces. Because I am getting, I'll say it one last time, cantaloupe. And if I didn't get that and I got honeydew melons or white grape or whatever the fuck, this would be a 4.5 or higher without question. Because this is a fucking great triple IPA except for that one note that I'm not a huge fan of. So I'll be honest, and I'm going to stretch this. I'm going to give Monster Cave a straight 4 out of 5. Best I can do. I mean, maybe a low 4 out of 5, maybe like 3.9. But I got to take into consideration all the good from this beer, which is the body, the mouthfeel, the other characters outside of the cantaloupe. I mean, I need a cantaloupe tracker. I don't edit my videos all that much and whatnot, but it'd be awesome to have a cantaloupe tracker out there. Probably like in the mid-20s at this point. But yeah, outside of that, like this is a fucking awesome triple IPA. It's just that one tasting note does for me, or doesn't do it for me. And maybe it's just I'm misconstruing what I am actually tasting. Maybe it's completely different fruit. And then if somebody mentioned it, I'd be like, you know what, you're fucking right. But that's what it's coming off as to me. Anyway, I don't have anything more to say about this one. We'll just go 4 out of 5. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it, because my mind's fried right now. It's fried. Monster Cave, 4 out of 5, price and availability, $17.99 a 4-pack. That's what all their triple IPAs go for, and like their big imperial stouts and whatnot. That's a great price point. Most triple IPAs you see on the shelf are at least $20, some are $22, $24. So for $17.99, I think that's a great deal. And availability, wherever you see Hop Butcher, typically Chicagoland and around that area. I think they're getting distro into Michigan now. So yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking weird review. I can't wait to, when I edit this, watch it back and just be like, what the fuck are you doing, Joe? And I'll be like, I don't know. Like, you know, the other 900 reviews on my channel, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I never do. And this is what we get. Shitty reviews with me having no idea what I'm tasting, and at the end just giving it a 4 out of 5 because I'm a piece of shit. Anyway, thanks again to Hop Butcher for sending me this beer. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review. I'll say it one last time. If you've had this beer before, post in the comments, say, hey, I've had it, and this is what I think about it, and your cantaloupe tasting note is completely wrong. I had to say it one more time. Anyway, appreciate it. To the next one. Cheers.